Hey there friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you're having a really great day. Today I've got another book review for you guys, and this time it is of What Would Boudicca Do by Foley and B. Coates. I absolutely love this book. This is a non-fiction. This is basically a book about the real lives of 50 women throughout history, some well known, some lesser known, and how we can learn from their lives. The tagline of this book is "Everyday Problems Solved by History's Most Remarkable Women," and this book is fantastic, and I think both women and men everywhere should read this. It's really easy. All of the stories of the different women are split into, so each woman has her own little illustration. All got their own little illustration, and it's like 2, 3, like it's like 3 to 5 pages of their story and how we can learn from it. And the you know, E. Foley and B. Coates very much take these stories and analyze them and apply what these women did, or lessons they learned, or the things they went through, and apply them to modern life and how we can learn from them and how we can apply their learnings to our lives. And it's so interesting, and the cover is stunning, and the illustrations are really beautiful, and it's just so, like, it's so fun but so important. And I say, because the individual stories are so short, it's really easy to read, really easy to get through, and it really makes you think, and really, it's just great. Like, it's one of those books which I think, as I said, men and women everywhere should read. And they don't just go with well-known women such as Joan of Arc and Maya Angelou. They do really look at some well-known women like Emmeline Pankhurst and Coco Chanel, but then they look at women who maybe are very lesser well-known, and there may be stories, some of whom stories may have been lost throughout history, and they've kind of done their research and rediscovered them and have really done the length and breadth of history. So there's people from the very beginning of time to people in more modern eras. There's sportswomen, politicians, there are queens, there are empresses, there are explorers, and there's just so much differentiation, and they don't kind of pigeonhole themselves into just being like, oh, we're going to be feminine, it's stereotypical feminist, so there's going to be no one to do with arts or fashion because that's too ladylike. They literally go everywhere and for everything, and it's really refreshing because there's just so many different women and so many amazing women talked about in this book. And it's exciting to learn about them and to hear their stories and to see how we could take some of what they've learned, take some of what they've been through, and use that in our modern world. And it's kind of really nice as well to be reminded of where women have come from. Remember what it was like and what it is like, and that yes, we still have a long way to go, but we've come a really, really long way. And to hear about the women that paved the way for what we have today, you know, whether it be in a small way or a big way, whether it be the women who fought for women's right to vote, or whether it's women who just made a splash in the workplace to lay the ground for future generations. It's just so important and fun. And you know, at the moment there are maybe even hundreds of books like this coming out because it's such a popular topic and it's such in the forefront at the moment. I think it's a great example, and make a great gift to yourself or a great gift to others, just because it's got so many different women in it and so many different lessons and stories in it, and they're not just pigeonholed. It's not just one era of time or one kind of person or one sector. It is like the kitchen sink and more, and that is just a really great way of being able to look back at history and see women of different cultures, different races, different religions, different sexualities, different outlooks on life, and how they did things. And it's a kind of an encyclopedia in a lot of ways, and that aspect, and it's just it's extraordinarily inspiring. It's one of those books that I know I'll go back to time and time again, and it's really easy because at the beginning they split all of the women. They've kind of got a contents page, and each woman has got her own sort of tagline. So, you know, slamming it as a scientist, defying FOMO, surviving a broken home, not letting anything hold you back, aging disgracefully, sparking your creativity. So maybe you're dealing with a specific thing at that time of your life. You can kind of flip through and find an inspiring, really fun story, or really interesting story, or helpful story of a woman who has been through something similar. You know, it may have been 500 years ago, but how she dealt with it, and the ways that we can take inspiration from what she went through, or the way that she dealt with things, the way that they dealt with things. And I was saying to my dad that he really needs to read this. I think men should really read this, not because in a, you know, bashing them around the head way, just in a that it's really, even for a woman, it's really broadens your horizons and shows you the world and history from a bit of a different perspective, especially it's because some of the people, the women in this, are lesser known, and some of them are really well known, like Rosa Parks or Coco Chanel, but some of them aren't, and that's really interesting. And it's really good to highlight those people and their contributions and their stories and their lives. I think I've waxed lyrical about this book enough. I'm going to link it in the description box if you want to check it out. The cover is absolutely flipping beautiful. I love it. I kind of wish that the illustrations inside of the different women were like the same as this, with colour and that sort of thing, but well. So yeah, I highly recommend this book if you're looking for something to get for someone as a present or a gift to yourself, something a bit different, something that's easy to read that you can dip in and out of. This is definitely maybe one to check out. I hope you have a really great day. Please remember to like and subscribe to my YouTube channel if you didn't enjoy this. I post videos at least once a week, if not twice. I hope you have a fantastic week, and I shall see you guys soon. Bye.